Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Since the last time, I've been successful going on a little over 3 weeks now of not smoking. Excuse me, preparing for Snowmageddon. The urges are less and less, and when they do hit, they're less and less. I think it's 28 days to break a habit or something like that? Or so I believe I've read. I've had some praises happen in the last week and a half. I've had some disappointments happen in the last week and a half. But I take it all as good. Right now, I'm not looking forward to going into work tomorrow on a Sunday, working a 12-hour shift. But at least it's overtime. Good news is, it's overtime. And I didn't have to work the whole week in order to get it. So one of my praises is, finally, within the next week, after about 3 years of dealing with my uncle's estate and being the executor of the estate, that's coming to an end. Money has been paid out. I have to pay the commissioner of accounts one more time, and I can put that chapter of my life to bed. Thank God. When I first started that, when I was first asked that, number one, I had no idea what the hell I was agreeing to. So if anybody ever asks you, figure it out before saying yes. Number two, I just thought it was the reading of the will. Of course I can read a will. I'm educated. Not so much. Essentially, you got to deal with paying out all the bills. And since my uncle passed away in COVID times and all the courts were jammed up and so on and so forth, it didn't necessarily work out the way it was designed to work out. Okay. While that was very overwhelming for me, it kicked my ass. It kicked my ass hard. My best advice to you, find a lawyer that deals with that. And just be in communication with them. It's worth paying the money. Unless you are well versed in whatever law that is, pay the lawyer, deal with it, get it done. It's worth the money for your peace of mind, and just have it happen that way. All right. Last weekend, my cheat day turned into a cheat week. I've been doing well, wanted to celebrate. I paid off my cousins from the escrow. Well, let's celebrate. All right, have a cheat day. Slack up on your exercise and just kind of mill about, not stress. While there was nothing wrong with that, it is very easy to backslide. I'm priding myself in today, I think, is like 253 days of walking. What does that mean? Well, it's 253 days of me recording a walk. Obviously, in 46 years, I've pretty much walked every single day of my life. However, in the last 250 plus days, I've made it a point to record at least a mile a day walk. I think the most I've walked in a day is like 12 miles. But the least is at least 1 mile. And I saw the difference in December when I had like 30 miles for the whole month. First January, where I'm already up to like 100 and some. So I'm forcing my effort to make it my average at least 3 miles. And when the weather breaks, I go back up to 6 or more. depending on how I'm feeling. Because my activity has dropped off, my weight has poured back on. And if you know anybody who quit smoking, what they substitute for cigarettes, cigars, whatever, is usually now food. And a lot of times that's going to be sweets. Well, sugar really packs on the pounds. Even if you try and eat healthy, it's still more calories. And if you're not burning them calories, well, you're not going to be in a calorie deficit. So, my lowest last year, I think I got down into the low 220s. Well, this week, I had spiked up to 250 again. Not real happy with that. However, I know it's encouraging because if all I have to do is decide, I no longer want to be in the upper 240s, but I still have to do the work. I still got to put forth the effort. I have a friend of mine. She runs marathons. Crazy as hell. I asked her why she ran marathons. She basically replied with, so I can eat and drink whatever the hell I want. I thought that was kind of an extreme answer, just to eat and drink whatever the hell you want. But hey, that's what works for her. She does super marathons and beats her body to absolute death. She's a little crazier than me. I'm just out here walking and huffing and puffing. So, and mine are like 3 miles versus 26 and change. So anyway, one of the quotes from Myron Golden, and like I said, I don't want to misquote him, but I'll paraphrase him. But basically it is, if you're not living the life you want, why? Who designs your life? So if nobody designs your life, then why can't you change? Why can't you live the life you want to live? While I don't 100% have that grasp, I'm at least a lot better now than what I was 10 months ago or wherever I was back in before April of last year. Don't just go around distracted your whole life. If you want to improve. What are dreams? What are goals? What are desires for you? I'll tell you one thing that's helped me is the Bible. But also positive content. I guess I haven't done that the whole time. Obviously, you got some friends that you send the stuff you wouldn't share for other people. But for the most part, it's positive content. I want to empower, I want to encourage, I want to enlighten, inspire other people. Now, I have zero influence on how you receive this message. You receive this message how you receive this message. All I can do is be disciplined enough to put it out there. How do I say this? You're always going to be an asshole in somebody's story. I don't care how great you are, how magnificent you are, you're going to be an asshole in somebody's story. You can't help that. You have no power on how you're received. You're just being you. I've seen all these things on the internet, about ladies and men. How they view you is how they view you. Right? They had one where it said, oh, this lady's too skinny. She's starving herself. Oh, this lady's too big. She doesn't care about her body. Blah, blah, blah. That lady just living her life. Live your life, people. Do the best you can with what you got. People going to talk shit about you. They're going to judge you anyway. If you were, I heard a quote a while back that said, there ain't no bunk beds in a, what's that called? Ain't no bunk beds in the daggone casket. So when you dying by yourself. All them people that are judging you and talking shit, they ain't coming with you. You have one life to live. It's short enough. Don't sit there and worry about what everybody else got to say. Live your life. All right, I see Mama's home. I'm finishing up my 3rd mile. Y'all be blessed. And until next time, love you, bye.